I'm going to record this too because I know that Nicole wanted to participate or learn
and
about
she
it, and she
couldn't?
can't be here tonight. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
recording it too, so she can check it online. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to go through, this presentation here is what I attended at the STEM conference in Des Moines on March 28th, and it happens this Deb Frise that's listed there. It's so funny because I teach an online class through Ollie, and she was one of my participants throughout the year. And so I met her through my online class, then I met her in person at the state capitol, and then met her and saw her again and we're in the same hotel and all that stuff at the thing. And actually there is a STEM endorsement out there, ladies, and we are going to be working, I think, over the next couple of years to make it online. And I will be part of that hopefully as well, being a facilitator, but there is a STEM endorsement out there. I hear right now it's kind of chunky. I'm not real sure. It sounds like it's more than what it needs to be, and I think they're going to try and slim it down a little bit, and again try to make that online if possible, because I think that'd be really valuable too. So just know that that's kind of in the works. And again, I'm on the Northwest Advisory Committee for the STEM Advisory Committee, so I'm kind of part of the decision makers for this. So I have not gotten too far as deciding that we have another small committee that decides what programs or who's going to be accepted for the grants. I wasn't involved in that last year, but I may be involved in it this year too. It just depends on kind of when it falls. Okay, so I wanted to share this presentation with you because I thought it did a really great job of describing each of the scale-up programs in like plain English, because even if you go to the STEM website, it's a little bit overwhelming to understand what each of these are talking about. So I'm going to kind of go through these a little bit. I'm going to skip some of these things and get right to the scale-up programs. This is A World in Motion, and again, it's K through 8 STEM. This is something that would be, they provide you professional development. This would be in your classroom. Now, some of these scale-ups would be like after-school programs, or could be, and some are just right in your curriculum. So this is right in your curriculum. This is where they, as you can see, they sort of build things that are in motion. They had some cars and some different things that they made move and that kind of thing. So they have a gravity challenge and a pinball challenge as well. And so it's all hands-on, of course, and I think that one has most of these. Again, the professional development, sometimes they're like 1 or 2 weeks in July that you would go for the training. CASE is a big one too. This is for grades 9 through 12. It's activity program based. It has to do with agriculture. This is a big one. That's a large grant, lots of money, and it's pretty quite the undertaking is what I was told, as far as the teachers and whatnot. If you notice, 2 full weeks of professional development. They pay for your meals and lodging and a curriculum packet, and so that's that information right here. That's a hefty one to get into. Define STEM. Actually, we have this in our Northwest Advisory Council for free right now. I think they'll probably be free next year. We're going to try for that as well. But it's all computer web-based services for students. There are videos and activities and lessons that are online at Define STEM that students can do, and it's real life for real world STEM applications. Like, for instance, they'll watch a video of like if someone loses a prosthesis, I'm saying that right, prosthetic legs and things, they watch a video of how they use science, technology, engineering, and math in the real job of prosthetics. And then they also have activities to go with that. So you might have to do a commercial or a project that has to do with that. So I actually met John Joe and had training from him too. I'm going to tell you that Define STEM, it takes a little bit to get through the navigation of it. So, but if anyone's interested in that and checking that out, I can get you the access code so you can get it for free, and I can help you navigate through there. We can work it out together because it does take a little bit, I'm just saying. Some of the areas in Iowa do not have this free. Northwest and Southwest advisory committees, I think they're the only two that have it free right now. Engineering is elementary. Again, this is for grades 1 through 6. It's also termed EIE. It comes with 20 units, as you can see. There's a storybook that usually goes with it, and lesson plans, and then there's some investigation and stuff like that too. So it's really based literature first. You know, they read a book and they have activities in there that they jump off of then and have the students do. So this is a really good one too. First Tech Challenge, and this is kind of similar to what we do here at 712, where it's robotics. It's also supported by Rockwell Collins, and they get license to the software platforms, and they get a laptop provided as well to do this, and you get some consumables and those kinds of things too, and then you go to the tournament. Hyperstream, this is what we have at Kemper. This is what Nancy does with her kids. They pair schools up and they compete. They can do, and it's coming up soon actually. I think it's in next week, I think they go. It's where they can kind of, they build robotics. They can have robot fights. You know, I've ever seen those before. And then they also have cyber defense, it's called, too, where they kind of program things to stop viruses from coming in and stuff. So it's really kind of cool how they do that. But we have this here at Kemper. Nancy applied for this one, and she's been doing it for a lot of years. KidWin, this is, if you're here for the STEM night at all, this is what they brought and showed us, which is really, really cool. Grades 3 through 12. Again, you build wind turbines with different kinds, and talk about how, you know, what makes it go. You know, so, like for instance, he came here, he changed the angles of the blades to get it to actually work and that kind of thing. So it's talking about wind energy, and there's lots and lots and lots of materials that they will send you. This one could be, yeah, lots of fun. I'd be down with that one. This one too, we're going to try and get some of our lower grades in this as well, but this is Pite Science. Science knows it's for 3 to 5 year olds, so it's really young, but it's really great too. It's things like, look at the names too: Science Sprouts, Gizmos and Gadgets, Mini Meteorologists, and Insect Investigators. So you can kind of see what some of the things they're going to be doing, but it's lots of fun for those guys too. I know that some of our preschool teachers were looking at that too, possibly. So I'm going to make sure I pass that on. Project Lead the Way, and this one has to do with just specifically engineering. Again, this is a full year project. It's problem-based curriculum, again, 9th through 12th grade. They work on principles of engineering, and it's sort of like your whole course. In fact, I think they want you to do the course, like there'd be a separate course here at Kemper, for instance. There'd be a Project Lead the Way Engineering. I think there's a Project Way Gateway, and there's like, I think one for computers possibly too, or something like that. So here they design and model, and again there's more robotics and stuff, so those would actually be added to our course list. Okay, and just to let you know too, May 2nd is when the applications are due, and they told us loud and clear not to wait till May 2nd, because last year a lot of people did, and they kind of killed the server because too many people were trying to submit on the day of. So what I'm trying to do is to encourage you to get started with this as soon as you can and get it in there before May 2nd. We will not be looking at the applications until after all they've been submitted. And then here's some more information about where you can apply to. And then I will go through that step with you too about how to apply to those. So you have this handout here, apply to the STEM Scale Up program. So if you want to go to that website, that's listed at the top there. And I felt pretty good because I have this, I made these directions up as I went through it, and one of the presenters came to that STEM night and his directions were shorter than mine, so I even gave you more detail. How you like that? I felt pretty good. Okay, so is that the fluid review? I think I got to type that in. I think I'm at the wrong website. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I am. So it's iowastem.org. www.fluidreview.com. There we go.
Now,
Okay.
signing in, does this mean that we have to do it? I mean, if it comes in that we can't do this in July, you know.
It depends upon when they may work
Yeah.
with you with that too. I mean, not all of them have all of the PD in July. Some of them
Okay.
are in August, but they all start July 1. That's the
Oh.
earliest any of them would start,
Okay.
just so you know.
In
Yeah,
Des Moines, in Des Moines.
I believe so. It's either Des Moines or Ames or wherever they hold it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, in mine, we held it up in Spencer, so it
It
depends
depends
on
upon
the
where.
scale of program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like a 8 to 12, like a long time?
It depended on what you had. Some have more training involved. We just had a meeting where we went through things, and I think we were done middle of the afternoon, something
Okay.
like that. But, I mean, it just depends on how intense it is and how much training there is.
Depends upon
Because
which
all
one
of
you
mine
sign up
will
for.
decide on, will depend on even my daycare.
Sure.
I don't have full-time daycare in the summer.
Well, and that's one of those things
So-
too. If you're unsure, you know, you can apply
That's
and, you know, and kind of go with
Okay.
it from there. I think
Okay.
what they'd say too is they'd rather see you apply and it maybe not work out than you to not apply at all. And just kind of wait and see.
Check before.
Yeah, yeah.
Get into it.
And so just kind of, so you know, if you're serious about applying for a STEM grant, this is the site that you go to. You would log in, and just so you know, you create a login, and where it says sign up on the right hand corner over here, need an account, sign up. That's where you first sign up. You'll create a username and password, and then after that, you log in with that username and password. Now notice I say after that. I would be surprised, unless you have a large chunk of time, that you'll get this all done in one sitting.
Yeah, you are.
You won't.
Oh.
Because, and I have that written down there, there are several steps to creating an account. And not only that, but there's some things that say, in 300 words or less, describe how you use it.
It's not just like you're.
Yeah. In fact, let me try and log in with mine, and just so you can kind of see what it looks like inside there.
Okay.
And some of it, you just want time to rethink what you're writing.
Yeah.
Click here for the descriptions of the 10, and that's what
So,
you showed us,
if you
right,
can
with
see,
the
yep,
10.
as you can see here, there are 3 main steps to submitting your grant proposal. The first one is, it's kind of like applicant information. And so if I click edit here, or let's see, can I, we'll try editor view. I'm not sure which one's going to give me what I want. I don't think that's what I wanted. I'm going to go to view to where the questions and things are. Let me see here. Okay, here's some scale up information then too. It looks like, you know, just some general information there. I thought this was more, this looks different than last time I was here.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I think I put in actual contact information
Yeah.
and, you know. who
And maybe
you are
it's
and
because
stuff.
I completed it, because I didn't really fill it out. I made it sort of like, you know, made up things. But anyway, you go through and you check your available programs. You choose what region you're in, which you guys are in the Northwest region, just so you know. And basically you fill out all of the information that's there. And it's going to take you out, like I said, different places. They're going to have you say, you know, so many words or less, fill this out. The next step then is the program application. So first, information about the applicant. Now program information, like how are you going to implement this in. And just kind of so you know too, they look for, a couple things to look for, like has your school done a STEM scale up before, how many, and they also look at the number of students that this will touch. So it's even better too, like if you talk your colleagues into, hey, how about you do this with me? Or, you know, that kind of thing. That's even better because they look at, again, like how many students is this going to touch. But not always though either. Yes, last year we, Kathy Stipe and Nancy both got a STEM grant too. So, and Kathy didn't get into it as much as she'd like to, because it kind of came like right when she needed it. So she's gonna use the materials next year. So some of the materials are consumable and some are sustainable too. It depends again what one you do. And then the upload signature page, that's the last part. That's basically you have to get a signature from your administrator, you scan it in, and you upload it so that they can see that, okay, so your administrator knows that you're thinking about doing this and that you actually work for a school and all that good jazz. And then once you have all those pieces done, then you click submit application. And then that will, again, allow you to, then it'll be officially submitted. Once you hit that submit application, you cannot go back in and edit it. That's why you kind of can come back in and out of this and get back into and edit your responses and things. But I think like that first, oh, and then another thing, write this down. I believe that it's going to ask you our percentage of free and reduced
Yep, it
lunches.
does. I read
Does
that.
okay, I think, did I write that down? It's
Yes, you did.
11%, I believe, right?
The answer's not on there, but.
Isn't it? I believe it's
No.
11%.
Okay.
Let me just double check here.
That was this is the first bullet you have on your sheet.
Okay, good, yeah. Yeah, I believe at Kemper here was 11%. Because I called Chris and Christy and they're like, let me look it up. So I'm almost positive it was 11%. So I don't see anywhere I can go back into that part either.
Join us.
Okay? So,
Hey, how are you?
so the rest of the time here too, like if you want to get started and put in your application, you certainly can set up your account at least, and just know that you're gonna go back into this. You know, you're not just, like I said, it's not a 15-minute deal. It's gonna take you a while.
So I want to
Well, and
sign
it might
that.
even be an advantage to save copies of your 300 words or whatever in your own documents, so that if you choose to do it again, you know what you wrote last year compared to next year or 2 years from now.
Good point, yeah.
And that way you have something to refer to.
Where am I supposed to go to?
We go to Iowa STEM.
Here, I have a handout here too. I emailed all of you folks today all of this information to all of these links and things we're going over, just so you'd have it to reference again. So, any other questions? Otherwise, I'll probably kill the recording and then let you guys get started on the application process if you want to. Okay?